My beloved child, this is not a mere message. This is a divine moment. A sacred encounter written across the skies, woven into time and whispered through eternity. Until now, today you must not ignore what your soul has been calling for. You must not look away. You must not scroll past this truth. This is not coincidence. This is not chance. This is heaven, moving with intentional force to place this message before your eyes. The very second your gaze touched these words, something in the unseen realm shifted. The heavens leaned close, the stars seemed to exhale. The angels gathered and said together, "Finally they are ready, ready to awaken, ready to see, ready to feel, ready to rise, ready to receive that which has been hidden from them for so long." Archangel Michael speaks now, not as a distant figure, but as the appointed guardian of your soul. He speaks with the authority of heaven and the compassion of one who has watched over you through battles, heartbreak, silence, and storms. He says to you, a letter is arriving. Not just any letter, but one sealed in the mystery of the divine. It carries shocking news about your inheritance, your true inheritance, and you will not believe who sent it. This letter has been long in the making. It has traveled through timelines, through storms, through lifetimes. It has passed through hands that were once stained by betrayal and silence, through mouths that refused to speak your name, through memories buried beneath dust and denial. But no longer the winds have changed. The veil has been torn. The clouds are parting. The seals are breaking. And now the truth is coming forth like the dawn after 1,000 years of night. You may have felt it, recently, quietly, mysteriously. The strange trembling in your chest at midnight, the dreams that carried too much clarity to be dismissed, the synchronicities that called your name in a whisper, the flicker in the corner of your vision, the chill that had no weather behind it. You thought it was imagination, but it was not. It was the movement of heaven drawing closer and closer to you, preparing you to remember what was once sealed away. There is a scroll written in light and fire, and your name is carved upon it. There is an inheritance that bears your spirit's signature. It has been kept in the vaults of glory, locked away, not because you were unworthy, but because you were still being formed, still healing, still growing into the person who could hold what was holy, sacred, and eternal. Now that time has come. The divine has deemed you ready, ready to reclaim what belongs to your soul. This inheritance is not silver or gold. It is not kingdoms built with bricks or borders. It is power, it is wisdom, it is favor, it is purpose, it is light, it is legacy. It is the sacred calling etched into your DNA before your first breath. It is the promise made to you by the Most High. Before you were ever sent into this world, someone sent this letter. Someone you would not expect. Someone whose hands have touched the throne of justice. Someone who knows what was stolen from you. Someone whose name has been forgotten on earth but shines like the noonday sun in the books of eternal truth. This being has watched you from beyond the veil. They wept for you when darkness tried to swallow your hope. They interceded when the enemy whispered lies into your spirit. They begged heaven to remember you, and heaven did. That is why the letter is coming now. That is why the angels have been dispatched. That is why your name is echoing in places your feet have not yet walked. Do you remember the day your life shifted, and you didn't know why? The day something sacred was taken from you? Something you couldn't name but felt in the marrow of your bones. That was the day the inheritance was hidden, not because you failed, but because heaven was still protecting you. You were not yet ready to carry it, but now you are no longer the one who could be deceived. Now your eyes are clearer. Now your soul is awake. Now your heart beats in rhythm with heaven. You can hear the whisper. You can feel the tremble of eternity inside your chest. This is the time. This is the call. This is the moment when God declares, your inheritance is near. Do not doubt it. Do not push it away with fear. Do not let the shadows of shame rob you once again. You have carried too much. You have cried in silence. You have fought battles in dark rooms while still offering light to others. You have walked through pain and still lifted your face to the sky. That is why this message is yours. That is why Archangel Michael now stands in your midst. That is why this holy letter is on its way. It may arrive in a dream, in a word from a stranger, in an old friend suddenly calling your name, in a real envelope sealed with mystery, in a moment that seems too still to carry meaning. But your soul will know, your heart will ache, your hands may tremble, you may weep, not because of pain, but because every doubt will crumble in the presence of divine confirmation. There were those who wanted to keep this from you. They feared the power of your awakening. They knew that if you remembered who you were, everything would shift. They were right, because everything is about to change. You were never meant to stay in the background. You were never meant to live a life of scarcity or shame. You were meant to rise to inherit, to carry the light of heaven inside of you. What was once buried is being unearthed. What was once locked away is now being opened. What was once silenced is now shouting with divine clarity. The person who sent this letter has been praying for you. They once walked beside you in the garden before this world knew your name. Their soul made a promise. If ever you forgot, they would remind you. If ever you fell, they would help you rise. If ever you felt lost, they would find you. They have kept that promise. This letter is not a coincidence. It is a revelation, a doorway, a divine assignment. It is your sign, your confirmation, your awakening. You must not delay. Open your spirit. Lift your head. Whisper to the heavens, I am ready. Because what you are about to receive has waited for you longer than you have waited for it. This moment is sacred. This is not entertainment. This is eternity reaching for you. Archangel Michael says again with the weight of heaven behind his voice, a letter with shocking news about your inheritance is arriving, and you won't believe who sent it. This letter traveled through storms, through closed doors, through long nights when you thought you were forgotten. But angels were circling your home. They stood at your bedside, scrolls in hand, waiting for this day. They held words written not in ink, but in divine fire and oil from the storehouses of heaven. The letter was preserved across dimensions and time, and it arrives not because you demanded it, but because the Father decided you had waited long enough. This is divine timing. This is holy alignment. This is the fulfillment of something promised before your first breath. Archangel Michael now says, prepare your heart, because a letter with news that will shake your understanding of your story, your family, and your destiny is on its way. And it is written by someone you thought had forgotten you. Someone who made you cry. Someone who left, but who never stopped writing to you in the spirit. When you open it, your soul will leap. Your tears will fall. Not from pain, but from revelation. Because your doubts will be dissolved in one sacred moment. You will realize your pain had purpose. Your waiting had divine timing. Your losses were layered in meaning. And now the reward is being released. It will not come loudly. It will arrive like dew in the morning. Quiet, gentle, certain. And suddenly your hands will hold what your spirit has always known was yours. This is your time. This is your inheritance. This is your awakening. Archangel Michael watched as the courtrooms of heaven reviewed your life. He saw the angels present every act of love, every moment of kindness, every time you forgave when you had every reason not to. It was all counted. Nothing was ignored. And now heaven has ruled in your favor. The reward is being released. Your name is being whispered in sacred places. Your feet are being guided to doors that were always meant to open. This letter, this divine letter, is already on its way. This is your sign. This is your moment. This is your inheritance. Do not walk away from it. Do not question it. Just believe. Just open your heart. Just whisper to heaven, I receive. You are remembered. You are seen. You are chosen. You are loved. And your inheritance is no longer delayed. With eternal love and heavenly authority, Archangel Michael. The message is not yet complete, for the Spirit has more to reveal to you. The scroll is still unrolling, and what is written upon it must reach the very depths of your soul. This is not the kind of letter you simply read. This is the kind of revelation that reads you. The winds are shifting and the Spirit of truth is now breathing upon your life with fresh fire. The silence that surrounded your destiny for so long is breaking, not with chaos, but with divine clarity. What was once obscured in the fog is now coming into focus. The puzzle pieces are beginning to click into place. You are beginning to see why you walked through what you did. You are beginning to understand why certain people had to leave, why certain doors had to close, and why certain prayers were delayed. Not denied, but delayed, so that they would align with the precise moment your spirit could receive the fullness of their answer. You are not cursed. You are not behind. You are not late. You are in divine timing. You are standing at the edge of your unveiling, and heaven is shouting your name in celebration. The angels that once wept for your pain are now dancing in your deliverance. The silence was never punishment, it was protection. The rejection you felt was not abandonment, it was redirection. The loss was not the end, it was a clearing of space for the blessing that has always been yours. There is someone watching you from the heavenly realm right now. Someone who carried your name like a torch when you forgot your own light. Someone whose soul carries the echo of your destiny. They have labored in prayer, fasted in the Spirit, and cried into the throne room, asking for just one thing: that you would live long enough to see the promise fulfilled, that you would endure long enough to receive the inheritance. And you made it. You did not break even when your heart shattered. Your faith still flickered like a candle in the storm, and that light was seen, that faith was recorded, that love was honored. Now the reward is coming, not as man gives, but as God gives, without sorrow, without strings, without conditions. It will come like a holy hush, like rain upon a thirsty earth. And when it does, you will recognize it, not just with your mind, but with your spirit. It will be undeniable. Your very cells will remember the promise. Your soul will whisper, "This is what I came here for." The inheritance will not always look how you expect. It may come through a person you haven't seen in years. It may come through a dream that refuses to fade. When you wake, it may come through a sudden shift in your finances, your relationships, or your path. But make no mistake, it will come. And when it does, you will feel the weight lift. You will feel the blessing fall like a mantle across your shoulders. You will feel the ancient covenant sealing itself around your life like armor made of glory. You are not small. You are not forgotten. You are not just surviving. You are rising now into the fullness of who you were created to be. This letter, this message, this word, it is not just an encouragement. It is a decree. It is a heavenly verdict. It is the breaking open of a vault that had your name written upon it from the foundation of the world. God has called the angels to attention. Archangel Michael has been dispatched as the carrier of this sacred news. Your name has been cleared. Your story is being rewritten, not in the ink of human judgment, but in the golden light of divine justice. What was taken will be restored. What was hidden will be revealed. What was delayed is now being delivered. And nothing can stop it. You will feel it in your body. You will see it in your atmosphere. You will sense it in the timing of things falling into place. The alignment is not an illusion. The breakthrough is not a dream. The inheritance is real. So take a breath. Beloved child of heaven, let the tears fall if they need to. Let your heart receive. Let your soul awaken. This is not a story someone else told you. This is your story. This is the chapter where everything turns. This is the moment where the heavens lean in close and say, now is the time. Now is the moment. This is the sign. You are ready. Open your hands, open your heart, open your life. Because the letter is not just arriving. It is already here. And now, with love burning like the sun and tenderness deeper than oceans, Archangel Michael speaks once more. My beloved, the time has come. Your inheritance, your divine legacy is here. The heavens have waited long enough. Prepare. Believe, receive. Subscribe for more sacred messages because this journey has just begun. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are surrounded by light. You are deeply, deeply loved. With infinite grace, Archangel Michael,